Blasting off. There's our message. There's my mom and dad, everybody. We are here on a Wednesday for. There we go. All right, we got unmuted. They got to get unmuted too. Yep, y'all. Well, we need you to be muted um, right now so I can talk, and then you get to talk, and then we all get to work out. And so let's send them to unmute. And we're gonna have the breathe motto with my mom and dad, which is pretty cool. Like I said, it's a Wednesday workout. It's also hot in a lot of places. So just like Carla's putting in the chat room right there, we want to drink water. So let's start off the whole workout with some water. I have my invisible cup right here. Lots and lots of water. And I know where these two are, it's probably a lot hotter than anywhere any of us are. They live in one of the hottest places in the entire world, and they love it there. They're like, we love being hot. Why would we want to be in San Diego visiting our son where it's nice and cool, and helping him move? I don't know. But let's go ahead.
The temperature will in Mexico or wherever you are.
What was the temperature the other day? You said it was 104?
104.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That makes me do a Home Alone face. Like, let's cool down. Breathing, doing good deep breaths. That's one way to cool us down. It can put some cool air in our body. So let's see what they have in store for us. I know they've been practicing all week. Take it away.
3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out the worst. And breathe in your power. So you reach your goals first.
Ooh, a duet, everybody. Oh my. A duet. We call that the duet, everybody, when we're doing it at the same time. And that was incredible. I didn't know what to expect, but you could tell they've been practicing, right? One day we might have to make a recording where we have a lot of different people all doing the breathing motto in their different ways. And we'll have to have my mom and dad do a duet on that. Like I said, today I'm going to be doing some exercises with a stretchy band. So if you have a stretchy band, let's go ahead and get that. And I might even do a couple exercises with my kettlebell. And so remember, we showed you that on Monday. Carla was doing some kettlebell exercises. We might do a couple kettlebell exercises today that might be a little bit different. But let's go ahead and start with our head and neck activities. So remember, we always, when we're doing exercises, even if it's just a couple moves, even if we're not doing the full 10 or 20 moves, we want to make sure we're getting our neck and our kind of shoulder structure fired up and connected. So let's go ahead. I'm thinking of shapes today. Let's go ahead and knock out some shapes. Let's start with the first shape is going to be a square. So we're going to make a square across the top, side, down, up. So we're getting down ups, and we're also getting side to sides, but we're going to be doing it on the right and left side. So here we go. Let's get ready. Let's go ahead and do, his name's Les, L-E-S. Let's go ahead and do 4 shapes of a square with our head. So I'm going to start up here in the corner. I'm going to go down to my shoulder. I'm going to go across the bottom, across the ground. I'm going up here, and then I'm just going across the top again. So there's 1, down, across, up, across. There's 2, down, across, up, across. 3, down, across, up, and across. Let's go ahead and reverse it. So we're going across, down, across, and up, across, down, across, and up, across, down, across, and up. One more. Across, down, across, and up. All right. Let's go ahead for the next one. Let's keep it with some straight lines. Let's go for a triangle. So we're going to have up, down, and across the bottom. So starting down low, I'm going to go up, down, and then across the bottom, up, down, and then going across the bottom. Two more, up, down, bringing it across the bottom, going up, down, bringing it across the bottom. Let's reverse it. We're going across, up, down, across, up, down, across, up, down. One more, across, up, and down. All right, let's go ahead and do a circle. So with the circle, we're just going to move our head down, around the bottom, up to the side. And we're not going to tilt it back far. We're not going back like this and going around. We're kind of picturing the circle is in front of us. So as I'm looking up, you can see my head's only going to about here. It could go back all the way there, but we want this to be comfortable. And we want to be kind of in control of that muscle position. So you kind of imagine you're looking at a great big Ferris wheel going up, going around to the side. When we have our head turned here, you can see we're getting a stretch through these muscles. Bringing it down across the front, stretching out in the back of our neck. Bringing it up this way, getting a little stretch through the front of our neck. And let's reverse directions. Let's go around. Great big Ferris wheel. Down, around, down, around. One more. Here we go. Down and around. All right, locked it in. Let's go for the last one for our head and neck. It's my new favorite. So it's going to be turtleneck, giraffe neck, ear lift, ear lift. Let's get ready in 3, 2, 1, and turtleneck. So we got the chin going back. The head is tall. I'm still tall. Got my chin's going back. Giraffe neck, reaching out with the giraffe neck, going out there, stretching that neck out. And then we're going ear lift. Got one ear up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the other ear lift. Got the other ear up, going 3, 2, 1. Let's go pull it in for a turtleneck. And like you're always going to feel like better sometimes. And we go out with the giraffe neck. You'll feel better sometimes on the second and third try of this. You can see my head's away from my body. Let's go ear lift, bringing that ear up, going straight up, and then going to the other ear lift. Let's go one more time with these 4 moves. So here we go. Turtleneck. Turtleneck. I got my neck in. Let's go. Giraffe neck. Got my neck out. Let's go. Ear lift. Lifting that ear up. Got the ear to the sky. And then the other ear lift. Bringing it up again. Now this ear up to the sky. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's have a sip of water. I can feel a difference in my neck, and you should too. You should feel like, again, it's more connected. And then again, you have kind of a strong neck. You have a strong connection with your shoulders and your head, and that's very important. Those neck exercises might be some of the most important exercises that we do. Where's Nick, everybody? I don't know. I do know he's in Oregon, but he might not be there yet, so I don't know. So again, Nick went to Oregon today, so I don't get to ask him my question, but let's go ahead and do our shoulder shrug. So we're doing our shoulder shrug with just the shoulders lifting up at the trapezius. So let's go ahead and we're going to do shoulder shrug, elbow shrug, or shoulder lift, elbow lift, and then arm lift. So we'll do all of those. So here's shoulders going up and down. Nice. Let's go at about 3 more of these. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Elbows going up and down. So elbows up, elbows down. So you can see my elbow, or even elbows down like this. And then we'll go elbows up. Actually, let's go elbows up to the side. That's a good idea. Let's go elbows up and elbows down. Because I got the other one will be forward and backward. So up and down with the elbow, lifting up. Nice, just like that. This one we call a chicken wing. And there we go. Just doing this is like a chicken dance. I think they used to have a chicken dance. People used to do it back in the day, maybe when they were doing the barn dance. Bringing those elbows up. Let's go one more with the elbows up. Now let's go ahead and bring the arms up, and we can bring those also kind of out to the side. So remember, this is all working the shoulders. Even though now we're using our whole arm, it's still working the shoulders. This is the hardest one, is doing the whole arm, because your arm's far away from your body. Remember, when your arm gets further away from your body, that's when you really feel the weight of your arms and the weight of your hands. If you were holding weight in your hands, then that weight would be pretty far away from your body and it would feel heavy. But where are we the strongest? Remember, if this is where it's the heaviest, we're kind of the weakest. Where are we the strongest? Let's bring it in. This is where we're strong. So we're weak, strong, weak, strong. Let's go 5 more. Weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, strong. 1 more. Weak, this is tough. Strong, this will be easy. If you ever have to carry anything, you want to carry it close to your body. That's where you are the strongest. We are all the strongest when we are holding things close to us. When we're holding them far away, it puts a lot of force on the joints and it can make things really difficult. All right, let's go with shoulders going forwards and backwards. Again, kind of at the, where? Trapezius, yeah, but that's not all. Now we're getting pecs. My pecs are getting stretched out. And then also what's working in the back? The rhomboids. So the rhomboids are moving, the pecs are moving. And you can see I'm not really going up and down. I'm going forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. That's our chest. So your chest is 2 muscle group, well, 2 muscles. They're kind of, I call all muscles muscle groups because all muscles are really a lot of little muscles all together. So you have your pectoralis major and your pec minor. And your pec major, it connects in the middle of your chest. You have a bony plate right there. Everybody, if you wanted to, if you poked yourself right there in the middle of the chest, you'd feel like a bony plate. That's called your sternum. Your sternum. And your sternum is kind of the bony area that connects your ribs together. If you can imagine the ribs, and then there's a little bone in the middle that connects everything. So coming off of the sternum and going all the way up here to connect with my humerus and the rest of my shoulder group is going to be my pecs. So my pectoralis major, and then down here, kind of on the side, I'm going to have my pec minor. And so the pec minor is going to kind of be underneath and a little bit to the side. Those 2 muscles make up our chest muscles. Just like our deltoid is right here, our trapezius is right here. This is going to be our pecs. And then in the middle of our back, in between the shoulder blades, that's the rhomboid. So those muscles, they work together to stretch and to lengthen, and that allows your shoulder blades to allow for this movement here of coming together, moving back, forward. Let's go 2 more, forward and back, forward, back, forward, and back. So now we're going to go elbows forward and back. So this is going to be now where we're doing this one. Elbows forward, elbows back, forward. And you can see, again, look at my trapezius. It's not lifting. I'm using it. It's working. And my deltoids, you know, they're not lifting, but I'm using them. They're working. But it is more of a team effort when I'm doing this exercise here. And so you're going to feel that this one is maybe not as tiring or as difficult as the chicken wing. Bringing it back, forward. This is almost, if you wanted to create a lot of momentum, sometimes when people are trying to jump, they have to swing their arms and then their body kind of follows along. You're also getting a lot of your core working out with this too. Let's go for 4 more of these. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, and 4, back. Nice. So we went up and down at the trapezius. Then we went up and down at the deltoid trapezius. Then we went up and down again with the deltoid trapezius, but it was heavy. Then we went forward and back using the chest and the rhomboids. Then we went forward and back, kind of using the deltoids and the trapezius, but also the chest and the rhomboids were getting involved. They were all involved on that. Now let's go with arms forward and back. So arms forward and back, we have two different ways we can do this. If you're in a seated position, we're going to want to try to reach behind our head and then reach out in front of our body. If we're in a seated position, almost like you're trying to go behind your head and grab something here and then go in front of your body. If you're standing, you could also reach behind your body this way potentially. So we're reaching back and reaching forward. And so I'm going back and forward, back and forward, or back and forward. These are both good reaches because, again, they're both going to engage our core. They're going to engage our shoulders. And you can go, you can see I'm going to kind of alternate between the two. So I'm going down, out, up and back, out, down and back, out, up and back, out. Let's go 5 more. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. So remember, everybody, let's have a sip of water. So we had our head moving around side to side, up and down, and kind of with some rotation, some twisting. With our shoulders, we were moving up and down, forward and backward. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit more movement, a little bit more rotation. So we'll either be moving the shoulder around, moving the elbow around, or moving the whole arm around. So let's have that sip of water. Carla was typing it in. Good stuff, Carla. Keeping us on our proper water. So let's go ahead and get those shoulders moving around now. It's going 2 at a time if you can. If that's difficult, go for 1 at a time. That's okay too. We'll do enough to where you can feel like you've gotten enough on both sides. And you can switch at any time. You can switch direction. So you can see this is what I would call backwards. And then this is what I would call forwards. It's kind of, in my mind, I feel like this one's coming around forward more and the other one is backwards. So we're getting all of that motion going on in there. Nice. Let's go 2 more. 2 and 1. All right, let's go with the elbows. So again, you can do double elbow circles or you could do kayak row style. Kayak row is going to get a little more of your core involved. Doing these double elbow circles is going to the core is going to be strong and you're going to really be using your shoulders a lot more. So I got my shoulders are kind of doing this exercise for me. Whereas when I'm doing this one here, look, you can see the difference. All these muscles, they're now helping with the movement. Here, I kind of am being strong in the core. This is going to be kind of steady. And then my arms move around. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. And now with arm circles, we can move our arm around in a lot of different ways. So we're going to kind of do them all. And so with the arm circle, let's start with the down circle, if you can. So this is just a downward circle. If you have arm rests that are in your way right here, you can maybe bend your elbows and kind of do like a down kind of circle here with the elbow. And so that way we're not bumping our hands. If you are able to, you can have your arms maybe just hang down. And again, just moving them around in a circle. Nice. Good job, everybody. Let's go ahead and bring them up to our side. And we can do small circles. We can do big circles. So this would be a big circle. If I wanted to go for the big circle, I have to move a little bit here because of my green screen. But here we go. That's a big circle. And then this would be the small circle. I'm just making a small circle there. Nice. Sounds good. Doing the small circle right there. Now let's go ahead and think about doing the overhead circle. So we're going to raise our arms up. We're just going to be making a circle like up over our head. So we're spinning our arms around up over our head. Nice. Moving them around. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring them down in front. And you might be feeling this in your shoulders and your deltoids now, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and try to get 10 of these. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's do the same thing with our wrist really quickly. So again, what do we have? We had up and down. Up and down wrists. Nice. We did shoulders. We did elbows. We did arms. Wrist up and down. Wrist side to side. Side to side. And I'm holding my arms up. You could do this down low. I could stand right here. This is the same thing as this. I'm doing the same thing even though my hand is down to my side. I just have it up here so you can see. And let's go with rotation. So moving it around all the way. And this can be slow. You don't have to go too fast. Kind of like a very slow, kind of like a conductor of like a band. Have you ever seen that before? Anybody ever seen the band conductor? They're kind of waving their arms around. Pretend you're in the band or you're the conductor and you're up there in front of the band, and imagine the song that they might be playing, and you're just moving your hands around to the music. Let's go for 10 more seconds doing band conductor, and just whatever you do is good. Just flowing them around. You can do a little boom, boom, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to get the band to do. We're just moving our hands around, and we're kind of like doing a show with our wrists. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ding. Has anybody ever been in a band before? I was in a band when I was in school. Has anybody ever been in a band or maybe even been a conductor? You know, a lot of times you see the conductor and they have like a little, like a chopstick. And a little chopstick.
I was in choir in middle school.
Okay. So choir has a very similar, sometimes there's somebody leading the choir kind of with hand motions. And I don't know if it's actually a chopstick or what they're using, but it's kind of like a magic wand. And when they wave it around, everybody plays together. It's kind of neat. If you ever think about choir and band, you know, those are team activities. And I really love getting involved with team activities where you get to work together with other people. Oh, it's called a conductor's baton. It's not a chopstick at all. It should be. They should call it a conductor's chopstick. Let's have a sip of water. Let's get into our core. Let's do our same 3 movement principles. Let's apply this to our core now. Remember, forward and backward, side to side, and rotation. So we have a couple options for these with the forward and backwards. We did a lot of inchworms on Monday. So let's just go ahead and think about just doing an elbow, knee tap, or elbow to your quadriceps. So I'm going to kind of reach down. Let me see if I can get far back enough here. Yeah, I can. So I'm going to go, my goal is to tap my arms just kind of on my quadriceps on the top of my legs. And then when I go up, I think I'm going to go up and I'm going to kind of reach to the sky. So we're going to go down, do a tap, reaching up to the sky. There we go. 1, down, tap, up to the sky. 2, down, tap, up to the sky. 3, down, tap, up to the sky. 4, we're going to 10. Down, tap, up to the sky. 5, so we're getting small and we're getting tall. We're going small and we're going tall. Go 3 more. Here we go. 8, up 4. We're going to call that 8. Down, up 4, 9. Down, and up 4, 10. Now, what's a little bit different about that is we weren't folding over. We weren't doing a lot of a fold. We were doing kind of more of a braced kind of lowering. So remember, your core, it's not just for mobility and movement. A lot of times your core is about stability and keeping things here strong so that all the other attachments can be the best that they can be and they can move or hold and do whatever they need to do. So now let's think about going side to side, and let's do two different side to side moves. So the first one we're going to do is going to be the side bend. Go ahead and just do a side bend where we're going to be kind of leaning over to the side, just tipping on over. Nice. And this is, you can see my arms are down and I'm just going side to side, only to where it just feels comfortable and it feels like, yeah, that's about right. I need to go back this way. Yeah, that's about, yours might be a little smaller, or you might even be able to bend a little bit more. You might have more flexibility. I'm not the most flexible guy that I need to be. I need to work on my flexibility, and that'll help me in my everyday. All right, so that's side to side. Now let's go ahead and do the other type of side to side. Now, there's actually a few, but we're going to do side to side where we're going to be reaching out to the side. So watch the difference. This is going to work my obliques. This was the side bend, and you can imagine all that obliques kind of folded over. Now watch out with this side reach. Look at that. It's not folding over, but it's engaging, and I'm doing a side reach. And so we're going to go reach, reach. You have to maybe imagine that you're kind of like glued down from the waist down. So imagine that we're reaching from the hip and we're reaching off to the side. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Striate tall. Striate. I said striate tall. That means try to stay tall. What I was saying. There we go. So reaching, you're going to feel these muscles fire up when you get over here, because again, this is your core. It knows what's going on. Let's go 2 more side to side. 1 and 2. Nice. So again, different from the bend is kind of that side reach and lean. Always remember, if you do that move and you reach out and you grab a hold of something, if that is heavy, if it's a heavy object, remember, it's going to be very heavy because you're far away from your body. So what you might want to do, if you're able to, would be then to move your body closer before trying to pick it up. Because we're stronger the closer we in. Oh, Carla used to do drama plays. Did they have a conductor in the plays that was kind of down there and telling people where to go and when the music? I don't know. I wasn't in plays in school. I went to them, but I wasn't involved in a way that would have the band and all that, like a real play. There's some amazing plays. Anybody ever seen a play before? I know Clinton, he was in the Wizard of Oz play last year. Has anybody seen a play or maybe been in a play also, like Carla? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go with rotation. So rotation of the core. We got a lot of options. I talk about a lot of options all the time because there's a lot of things we can do. Carrie's been in a play. Nice. You've been to one or you were in one? So with the first rotation.
Both.
What was the one you were in?
It was a musical. It was in elementary school.
Oh, nice. Was it fun?
Yeah.
Nice. A lot of practice?
Yes.
Right. And a lot of teamwork too, right?
Yes.
What happens if you're in a play and you know your lines, but then the other guy didn't learn his lines? It can mess the whole thing up, right?
Yeah.
Teamwork. Or if somebody's working on the stage and they're supposed to turn on a spotlight on you and they spotlight the wrong person, maybe that could, again, you could have some funny moments there. So the plays, choirs, bands, excellent ways of being a part of a team. Here we have a fitness team.
Any musical, but I was not the main character of an other character.
So Annie, the musical?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
who's seen that one?
musical. And yeah.
I feel like I've seen the Annie. That's the one where the Tomorrow, right? Where they sing the song Tomorrow.
Yes.
That's the one. Oh, nice. See, I know some things out there. I also know how to move my body around in a circle. So let's go. The first one we're going to start is going to be our twisting. I want you to think about Carla when she does the hula hoop twist. Let's think about that. So imagine you have your hula hoop on. You got your hands on the hoop, and we're going to twist. So both arms are moving. It's not like this. It's like this. Both arms are moving, twisting our body. And we're just going to go side to side, bringing one elbow in front, one elbow in back. If you're standing up, you can do a pivot on your foot. And if you're sitting down, try to think about maybe trying to, if you got to lean in, you might have to get behind your backrest. If not, try to twist to where you're right at the edge of that backrest right there. So you're just going to twist side to side. And if you bring the arms up, it might help a little bit too. Keeping them up high. Let's go 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now that exercise got us twisting kind of across our body. When I twist this way, let me show you. When I twist like this, I have muscles that are going from here all the way down to here across my body, helping me with that twist. Again, the core is incredible. Oh my gosh, look at that name. Is that a 9,600?
Client.
That's a big name. Whoever just
Yeah.
joined us, that's incredible. If that's the size of your bank account, we need to become friends, because that person, that's a number into the maybe Google billions. Is Google billions a real thing? I think it is. I think Google billions is an actual number, official counting of number. You got hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. I think there's another step, and I think that's what that number might have got to. So the next twist that we're going to do, or the next kind of rotation, instead of twisting through our core, we're going to stabilize our core. Remember, I was just talking about this. Our core can move and our core can stabilize. So we're going to do the body circle. And when we lower down into the body circle, you can see my body isn't twisting at all. I'm now rotating kind of at the hips in my lower core. Let's go 5 to the right, 5 to the left. And again, we're going to get down low. I like to imagine that I'm trying to get underneath like a bar or something that's right here. And so I'm trying to go and just get under it. And if that was it, I would have got it. So there we go. So 2, 3. If it's more comfortable for you, you can put your hands on your quadriceps. And you can kind of use your arms as assistants. That's okay. Let's go for one more of these, bringing it down. And we're going to go to the opposite direction. This is what my body needed today after moving all those plants. Everybody, I think the heaviest plant we moved was probably 250 pounds. And we got it. And we were able to move it and get it into a truck, get it to its new house, and it is beautiful tree. We can't wait to see what it does in its new home. All right, and at the top, nice. So remember, 3 directions of movement: forward, backwards, side to side, and rotation. Now we had a lot of rotation there coming from the hips, but a lot of our core, especially like when I'm down in this position here, I'm not really twisting a whole lot. I'm just kind of moving through. So the core is stabilized. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water, and then we're going to stick with our core. We're going to do an abdominal squeeze, an armpit squeeze, and a breath hold. Is that the combo? I think so. What we'll do here, water, nice, Carl. Look at that, right on time with the water break. So what we'll do is we're going to do a core squeeze for 5 seconds. Then we'll relax, do an armpit squeeze for 5 seconds. Then we'll relax. We'll take in a deep breath. We'll breathe out. Then we'll breathe in. And we'll hold for 10 seconds. So we're going to do this one 5, 5, 10. And we'll do it maybe 3 times. All right, so abdominal squeeze. You're not going to see anything happen from me. You can't tell. Maybe no, you're not going to be able to tell. Look, I'm squeezing right now. I'm not squeezing. Squeezing. But you can kind of see the tiniest little bit of movement from my logo and my shirt. But this is one you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel behind your belly button. Those muscles are gonna squeeze right up. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now armpits. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna breathe in, breathe out, breathe and hold. And relax. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Armpits. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and hold. And relax one more time. Squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Armpits, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe and hold. And relax. Now have a thought. Are your abdominal muscles still squeezing? Just a little bit. Do you feel that? Are you feeling like your mind is getting these muscles? It has them off the bench, kind of in the game. Like you're like the Boston Celtics. You got everybody's on the court because you just won. That's how we want to get these core muscles to fire. We want them to fire up as a team, just like you're in a play and everybody knows their line, or you're in a choir and everybody learned the song, or maybe you're in a band and everybody learned all the notes. And that's what we're doing when we get our core and we train it with all these different ways. Some people think about their core, they think of one exercise. Who knows the most famous core exercise that I never do, but it's the most famous. It's called the sit-ups. Anybody ever heard of sit-ups before? And you notice we don't really do sit-ups, but we do all kinds of core exercises to where my core now, it's still tight. It still feels like I'm kind of doing a little bit of a squeeze. And that's what I want from these muscles. They're so important. We want to treat them with a lot of respect, but also a lot of opportunity. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water. We're going to go to our legs. Oh, that's okay. All right. Again, everybody on YouTube, we're so happy you're here. Check out our past videos too. If you like this, if you're new, we got like 400 of these workouts. It's incredible. It really is. And we always seem to have a cool background. I like this one over here. This looks like Sandy's painting. We might have had this up before. Maybe Sandy did paint this. You got the seagulls, the surfer, the sun, and it looks like kind of a Hawaiian setting. And of course, I got on the USA Surfing shirt. I'm really excited because, again, me and my friend Joshua, we get to represent Team USA as a part of a team and going out and trying to win a world championship. We're going to try to do that in November up in Huntington Beach. So that's going to be super exciting. And I can't wait because everybody who's on these workouts, you're going to get to come up to Huntington Beach with the workout. And we're going to do workouts from the pier, workouts on the beach, get to see some of the surfers and the athletes from all 22 different countries, a lot of different places. So it's pretty neat stuff. All right, let's think about our next exercises we're going to be doing with our legs. If you're in a seated position, we're going to have an arm modification that's going to give you a little more work for your upper body, for your shoulders, and your biceps and your triceps. So the first one I want to look at doing, and if you're doing this standing up, you might need something to hold on to because this is going to be just a leg curl. So what am I talking about with the leg curl? It's going to be hard to see, but you see my foot come up back there, where I'm lifting my foot up behind me? That's what we want to do. When we do that, we're using our hamstring and we're lifting our leg up behind us. So it's a hamstring curl. If we want to, we could instead do the bicep curl. So the bicep and the hamstring, what do? They're bringing this arm close. And what does that hamstring do? It's bringing that leg closer to my body. And so let's go ahead. We're going to do 10 on each side. So we're doing one side by itself. And I'm going to have to hold on to this imaginary palm tree right here. I'm just going to see if this will work. And here we go. So I'm going to be lifting up. You're going to see my foot come up in the back. Oh, it didn't even come up there. There it is, barely. All right. Well, I'm going to fix my camera so you can see. All right, here we go. A little bit down. There we go. That'll show us off. So there we go. We can see my knee right here. I'm going to hold on to this mountain that doesn't exist. And we're just going up and down like that. 1, 2, 3. Bringing it up behind us. 4, 5. You can see my foot coming up. 6, 7. Remember, you can also 8. Do a bicep curl. 9, 10. Now I'm going to switch sides. So again, foot's going to come up. Bicep might come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. So that was again curling our arm, also curling our bicep. Now the next one we want to do, we're going to be using our quadriceps and glutes. So with this one, this is going to be the squat. So for the squat, we're going to lower down and come back up. So almost like we're sitting down into a chair, and then we change our minds. We're like, I think I'm going to have a seat here. And they're like, nope. Or maybe you're doing like the cakewalk, and you think the music's about to stop, and you're going to try to get in the chair really quick. But then the music keeps playing. And so you're like, oh, not going to get in that chair. So we're going to do squats. If you're in a seated position, what I want you to think about trying to do is going to be the double elbow, kind of the lift from our core. So we're going to go down. And if you're in a seated position, you're going to kind of try to bring those elbows down to your quadriceps. But then when we go up, you're going to lift those elbows up like that, like a double elbow lift. There you go. If we're standing up, we're going to be doing the squats. We're going for 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. Just like you're trying to sit down in a chair. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Woo! I'm feeling that now in my hamstrings, my quadriceps, and my glutes, which that kind of is going to create the upper structure of a lot of my legs. When people think about their legs and their leg muscles, they're really thinking about the quadriceps on top. The hamstring is on the bottom. The calves are in the lower leg. And those are the big 3. But you also have your glutes. So your butt is a muscle. Some people think about their butt and they might laugh, or they might think it's just something that you sit down on. But butts are not made for sitting down the way we do most commonly. They're made for moving our body along and helping to have interaction here at the hip. So your butt muscle, one of the biggest muscles in the body, it's a very important muscle. And we're going to use it again on the next exercise which is going to be Nick's favorite, even though he's not here. That's the high knee tap. So not a high knee, high elbow, only a high knee tap. If you are in a seated position, though, I would then think about doing the high elbow tap, because that's going to get you going across your body, and it's going to get that high elbow lift. So you got a good combo there. If you're standing up, we're going to bring up that knee, give it a tap. You can tap it on the same side, on the opposite side. You could even do a double tap. You can do whatever you want. You can do 10 tap. So let's go ahead. We're going to go for 20. So that's going to be 10 and 10. And we're going to alternate each side. So we're alternating knee, tap in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, again, you might feel that in your butt, and you should, because your butt was doing so much work for you. Remember how we talked about our chest was actually broken down into 2 muscle groups, the pec major and the pec minor. Well, our glutes are our butt muscles. And with our glutes, we have 2 main glute muscles. And one of them is the gluteus maximus. It's like you're playing musical chairs. Your gluteus maximus is your bigger butt muscle. That's kind of the muscle you would think of. If you're thinking about your butt, you're thinking about your gluteus maximus. But on the side of our, if you think about kind of the side of the top of my butt and then the side of my butt, that's my gluteus minimus. And that muscle has a lot to do, again, when I'm using my legs, when I'm stabilizing my body, when I'm moving dynamically. Those muscles are going to help to keep my hips good, keep my leg in a good position, and to help my core to become a good foundation. Let's have a sip of water. We're going to do one more for the lower body. All right. This next one, if you're in a seated position, I'll give you a moment if you want to do it. You might remember a time. Nice, Carla. We've been hitting the water breaks like perfect. You might remember a time when I had my hand on the desk and I was lifting up a book. Does anybody remember that, when I had the book and then I was just kind of lifting the book up and down? If you want to do that exercise, what I'm going to be doing in the standing position is a tippy toe lift. And so with the tippy toe lift, if you need to hold on to something, that's okay. If you're in a seated position, let's work on hand, kind of just bringing our hands up this way. So we're going to work on extension, kind of bringing our hands up and lifting up through the wrist here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be doing tippy toe lift. If you want, you won't be able to see my feet, so I'm going to do it with my hands. And so here we go. Up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up on those toes, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Nice. When you're doing a toe lift, tippy toe lift, you're engaging your muscles in your calf. So your lower leg, you're engaging those muscles. You're also engaging the muscles in your feet. If you happen to be barefoot like I am, you're getting a lot of your foot muscles involved. If you have on shoes, you're going to get a lot of your kind of calf muscles. Karen was doing both. Nice. Nice job, Karen. Last one we're going to do with toes and fingers is wiggle them. So wiggle in your fingers. Wiggle your toes. If you can wiggle your toes, give us some toe wiggling. Wiggle them around, wiggle those toes. If you're standing on carpet, almost try to squeeze the carpet, wiggling toes, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, wiggling fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's have a sip of water. We're going to put a whole lot of moves together for our next exercise. Then we're going to use that resistance band to finish things off. We're having a great Wednesday workout, everybody. We are really getting our body tuned in. We're learning about our muscles, the names of our muscles, the jobs of the muscles. Every muscle in your body has a job. And if it's not doing its job, just like we were talking about with Carrie in the play, if somebody in the play didn't learn their lines and they're not doing their job, the whole play could get messed up, even though all the other muscles did their job and learned their lines. And this is why we do the warm-ups and the workouts the way we do it, is we're trying to get our whole body to communicate together, to be strong, and for all the muscles to know their roles. All right, the next thing we're going to do is going to be jumping jacks, everybody. So with the jumping jacks, we're going to get our arms going. We're going to get our legs going. We're going to get our core going. And let's go ahead and take it to, what do we do, 55 for Bernie? Let's do it 55. All right, 55. Bernie's favorite number. Here we go. Junior Seau in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, 31, 32. Here's the endurance. 33, 34. Push through. 35. You'll make it. 36. Keep going. 37, 38. Remember to breathe. 39, 40. Here we go. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Keep pushing. 46, 47, 48, 49, and 5 more. 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. Wow. Let's have a sip of water if you want to check that heartbeat. Remember, you can put your hand right there where your watch would be. Bump, 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 bump. Or right out here. Bump, 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 bump. That's my heartbeat. I can track that heartbeat. I can also feel how it makes me feel. And then I want to get an idea of how quickly can I get back to my feeling good phase. All right, let's go ahead and have a water break. Let's think about our resistance band. I have 2 resistance bands here. This one you can see, I got, all right, perfect time. This one is a band with a handle, and I even tied a little knot in this because it was a little too easy for me. All right, this band over here, I have it tied in a knot, and it's just kind of in a loop. If I didn't want it in that loop, I could untie this pretty easy here. Just pull this apart like that, and now I have the band all the way out. So let's go ahead and work on our pull aparts. So we're going to do our pull aparts, and then we'll do maybe 2 more. So remember, if your band like this, if it's too easy, you can see that's way too easy. And if I hold it close together, that's too hard. You got to find the spot that feels good for you, just like that, like what I did right there. And if you have a little bit of excess kind of dangling around, sometimes you can like wrap that around your hand, and you can hold it. I can wrap that there, and here we go. Let's go ahead. If you don't have a band, just use your imagination. Let's go for 10 pull apart. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, nice. Now the next one, let's go ahead and do the sword draw. So we're going to go up and down. So we'll draw the sword. 2, in, out. 3, in, out. 4, in, out. 5, in, out 6, in, out 7, in, out 8, in, out 9, in, out for 10. Let's switch up to the other side. So one arm's against my side like I'm holding the sheath. This is going to grab the sword, bring the sword out. 1 and 2. Nice job. And 3 and 4 and 5. We're getting that deltoid. 6, getting that rhomboid going. 7. Great job, everyone. 8, 9, 10. Woo! Excellent job. Excellent. All right, for the last one I'm going to do, I'm going to use this band here. And this one has a little bit of a knot just to make it to where it's a good resistance for me. So this one I'm going to do, I'm going to put this behind my back so I can do it like this. And I can bring it up here so it's behind, it's right there in the middle of my back. Or if I wanted to, I could just kind of drop it behind my shoulders. And then I just want to bring it here. So I have it right up here against my shoulders. And so my arms are going to be here and I'm going to be pushing out and bringing it back. And we're going to do the chest press. You can also do the chest press with it underneath your arms. So if I put it behind my back here, you see I have it here. And then I'm going to be pushing out, kind of using like my thumbs like that. So you can do that one, or you can bring it up and you can push it out on your arms. But you see how it kind of moves? Like, let's see if I can get it. See how it kind of moves around? You got to be thoughtful of that, and you got to feel it out to where you get it in a good spot and it won't really move. Let's go for 20 chest presses. So we're going out and in. We'll go for 20 and then the breathing motto. So here we go. Let's go out. 1, 2. If you don't have a band, use your imagination. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is getting the triceps. 9 in the chest muscles. 10, 11. Also the trapezius. 12 in the deltoid. 13 in my wrist muscles. 14 in my core muscles. 15. That's a lot of muscles. 16, 17, 18. There you go, Leslie. 19. Great job, Leslie. And 20. Excellent. Excellent job, everybody. Have a water break. This has been a terrific workout today. Remember, this is a Wednesday workout. And so we'll work out again one more time on Friday. But again, great job to Carla. Great job to my mom and dad, Carrie and Karen, helping me out as co-hosts, Lorraine and Leslie, Byron, Scott, and Lisa doing a great job. Tony, great job, Tony. Thanks for being here, Tony. North County in the house. Evans in the house. Carl, great job, Carl. Always love having you here, Carl. We got Brandy in the house, Maryland, S22, 900 Google billion in the house. Everybody, Lorraine, do you want to do the breathing motto? Let's see. She's going unmute. Yeah, awesome, everybody. So we're going to get Lorraine. She does a great breathing motto. Let's get ready for this.
Okay. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. Breathe out the worst. Breathe in your power. So you reach your goals first.
Ooh, great job, Lorraine. That was so good. Lorraine does an excellent breathing motto, everybody. Give her a round of applause. That was terrific, Lorraine. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you on Friday at 11 o'clock. Here we go. I'm going to count it down for Nick in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful Wednesday.